Okay, now we're gonna do rational functions that are inequalities. So the first thing that I wanna do on this is I wanna find all the pieces. I feel like you guys are really good at that, so I'm just gonna have them already here. So I'm gonna find all the pieces, the y-intercept, the zeros, the vertical asymptote, horizontal asymptote, slant asymptote, and holes. After I do that, I need to graph them out. I need to graph all the pieces out. So on my graph, y-intercept 0, -8. 0 is at -2, -4. Vertical asymptote at x equals -1 and x equals 1. Slant asymptote, or sorry, horizontal asymptote at y equals 1. So this helps me figure out what's going on here. I need to put the graph in. One thing that I need to remember is if it's a solid or a dashed graph. Because this is greater than, it's going to be a dashed graph. I know it looks like this and it's going to get infinitely close. So what I'm going to do here, did I pick a really bad example? Did I do something wrong? No. 4, -2, 1, and -1, y equals 1. Yeah, no, I did it right. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is every once in a while we have something that's a little bit funky like this where we have two holes on the same side. So essentially what's going to happen is it's going to be infinitely close to this. Sorry, not holes, zeros. It's going to be infinitely close to this as it comes up. It's going to cross. It's going to come back down, and then it's going to come back up. So it's like that. In here, it needs to be opposites. So this one's actually going to cross the asymptote. Remember back to your Algebra 2 days where it says it can cross those asymptotes as long as it's close to 0. And then this one's going to be up here. Okay, so now it says the y's are greater than. So I need to look at my graph and see where the y's are greater than the graph. So on this, the y's are going to be greater than above the line. So it's going to be everything shaded in above this line. But it can't go past that asymptote, so it's going to stop at that asymptote. So I'm going to shade everything right here. Same over here, it's going to be everything above the line, so I'm going to shade this. Same right here, it's going to be everything above, so I'm going to shade this. So all we're really doing, all we're adding to this is shading it in. So hopefully that's not too complicated. The second problem that I'm going to do is this one right here. Again, I'm going to find all the pieces. So when I go through and find all the pieces, I get all of those from my pieces. I'm going to graph them out. I have a y-intercept at -4. X-intercepts at -6 and 2. Vertical asymptote at x is -3. A slant asymptote at y equals x plus 1. So I know this one is going to be a solid line because it's less than or equal to. So I'm going to be really close right here. I'm going to hit these two and I'm going to get close up here. This one's going to cross, so it's going to be really close. And then here, it's everything that's less than. So where are my y's less than? It's going to be below the line. I'm going to shade all of this in. And on this side, it's going to be here. It's not going to go past the asymptotes. So that's what we're doing on these ones.